Welcome to DIY Hair School. On today's video, we are going to do a fun half-up hairstyle that's super easy, and the only thing you're going to need is 2 little hair ties. You can absolutely use clear hair ties for this. If you do, just make sure you're using the tangle-free ones that don't get stuck in the hair very easily, and you're also making sure that you put them in very carefully, not to create any tangles, and that you cut them out with a pony pick or something similar, as opposed to trying to rip them out of your hair. But I am using regular hair ties today. These are just really small ones. They're about 1 inch. They're little. They're just like your classic like cloth hair tie. These are usually found in a multicolored pack. I think they're usually marketed for children, but they work really well for a style like this. And yes, overuse of hair ties like this can cause some breakage in your hair, but I don't use them very often, so I don't worry about it too much. We are going to start this style by center parting our hair. Of course, you can choose to do this with a side part, whatever part you like, but I personally like this style with a center part. And then we are going to go from sort of this peak area in my hairline, and we're going to connect it back here at my crown, and I am just going to pull that hair back. Then I'm going to tie it in a hair tie, but I'm not going to tie it too tight. I'm not going to tie it all the way down to my scalp so it's tight. I'm tying it back here so it's loose. I want to make sure that we're not grabbing any extra hairs. That's how we create tangles, and that's how we snap hairs on the way in and on the way out. So now we have a nice loose hair tie, and I'm just going to do it again on the other side. So now we've got our 2 sections nice and loose. We're going to take our tail comb. This is going to work best with a metal tail comb like this one. You could use a plastic tail comb, but no matter what, you are going to need something pointy. Otherwise, anything else is probably not going to work as well. Trying to use your finger or something like that is just not going to give you the precision needed to create this style. So we're going to put our tail comb in our hair, and we're going to create a zigzag pattern. What is really important here is we want to make sure we are keeping the tail against the skin the whole time. So as we're zigzagging, we're going along our scalp like this. We're not putting it in and then coming away from the scalp. We are staying against our skin. You don't want to hurt yourself, but you do want to feel the tail dragging against your scalp the whole time. If you lift away, it's going to mess up the pattern. So I'm just going to hold the tail of my hairstyle up, making sure we haven't grabbed any extra hairs. So I'm just holding the ponytail up. I'm going to put my tail comb in, and I'm going to make quite an exaggerated zigzag. Again, I'm keeping my tail against my head until I get to the hair tie, keeping my tail comb in, and it's all the way out the other side, okay? I'm going to add my finger in where the tail comb is so I can take the tail comb out. I'm going to make a hole, and I'm going to flip through my hair. I'm going to tighten that. And then I'm just going to loosen all of these little sections a little bit. Not a lot, we're just so they're not like tight to the head. Now what you can see has happened here happens sometimes. This hair wasn't supposed to come through. So I'm going to see if I can scoop it back. If not, we'll have to go, oh, I got it. If not, I would have had to undo it, but I got it. All right. Loosen these bits up a little. What I love about this is because we did the zigzag, you get a little bit more of an interesting texture as opposed to just smooth. But overall, it's a very classic, easy up style. If that happens, if you're finding that that's happening and your ponytail is flipping forward, it's typically because your hair tie is too close to the hole. So when you're realizing that it's flipping forward like that, I'm just going to loosen the hair tie a little so that it's not trying to sit in the hole that we created, and that will typically solve the problem of your little ponytails flipping forward. Super cute, super fun. This is definitely something I'm more likely to do in my daughter's hair than my own. I typically don't wear my hair back like this myself. Not that there's any age limit on it or any reason that you can't. It's just not my preference for how I like wearing my hair back, but it is a great way to get your hair off your face, especially if you have bangs, face framing layers like I do, anything like that. This is a fun, cute, easy style. Let me know in the comments if you try it and how it works for you, or if you have any questions, I can do my best to answer those in the comments as well. Thank you so much for watching today. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Share my videos with any of your friends that you think would benefit from learning to love their hair. And I will see you next time. Thank you for watching today. Bye.